Listen closely. I am the keeper of tales. Welcome to Arabia Tales, where magic awakens and every story comes alive.
In a small village in Seoul, there lived two cousins, Urshia and Aruba. Both were almost the same age, but their personalities were completely different. Urshia was a quiet, hardworking, and overthinking girl. She did everything with planning. On the other hand, Aruba was always smiling, full of life, and always found hope in every difficulty. One day, while returning from school, heavy rain started. Both of them stood under an old bus stop. Aruba looked at the sky and said with a smile, "Urshia, if life becomes as difficult as rain." Urshia replied, "Then we should find shelter." Aruba smiled again. "And if there is no shelter, then we should learn to build one ourselves." Aruba thought it was just a joke at that time, but she did not know that this sentence would change their lives years later. Urshia wanted to become a doctor since childhood. Whenever someone in the village was sick, she tried to help them. Aruba had a different dream. She loved education and teaching children. She wanted to become a teacher. But the financial condition of both families was not good. Urshia's father ran a small shop. Aruba's father was a laborer. Sometimes it was difficult to manage household expenses. But both cousins decided, "We will not let our circumstances become enemies of our dreams." Every night they studied together. When electricity went out, they studied by candlelight. When it was hot, they fanned themselves by hand, but they never stopped studying. Time passed, and the final year of school arrived. During this time, a big problem arose. Aruba's father became seriously ill. The doctor said he needed rest for a few months. Now the family income almost stopped. One night, Aruba silently began to cry. She felt she might have to leave her studies. Urshia came to her and asked, "What happened, Aruba?" Aruba wiped her tears. "Nothing." But Urshia understood everything. She said, "We promised we would never leave our dreams behind. But we will manage household expenses together." The next day, after school, both of them started giving tuition to small children. The money they earned was used for books and household needs. At school, some girls started mocking them. "Do you really think you will become successful? Children of farmers and laborers cannot dream this big." Aruba felt bad, but Urshia always said, "Pay more attention to your hard work than to people's words." One day, the teacher said, "Those who laugh at your dreams are often the ones who are afraid to dream themselves." These words deeply touched both of them. Board exams were near. During this time, Aruba's financial situation became so bad that paying her fees became impossible. She decided, "I will not take the exam." When Urshia found out, she went straight to her house. "Are you crazy? I am helpless." "No, you are just broken." That night, Urshia took out her savings, the money she had kept for her coaching to become a doctor. She gave all of it for Aruba's fees. Aruba cried, "What about you?" Urshia smiled. "I will become a doctor later." Cousins don't come again and again. After months of hard work, the result day arrived. The whole school was anxious. A crowd gathered in front of the notice board. Aruba's heart was beating fast. Urshia checked the list and tears filled her eyes. Aruba panicked. "What happened?" Urshia held her hand. "You are second in the district." Aruba stood in shock. "What? You are the second position holder." Aruba cried and immediately called her father. Only tears of joy were heard from the other side. Then Urshia checked her own result. She had come first in the district. The whole village became proud of both of them. Both received scholarships, and now they had to go to Seoul City. In Seoul, everything was new people, new environment, new challenges. Some rich students mocked them, laughing at their clothes and village accent. But Urshia and Aruba understood one thing. A person's value is not in their clothes, but in their character. During the first semester, Arshia found an old diary in the library. It belonged to a Korean exchange student who had studied there years ago. On the last page it was written, "When everything seems lost, remember that hope never ends." These words stayed in Arshia's heart. She kept the diary and read it whenever she felt weak. She continued working hard. Slowly, even the same students who used to laugh at them started asking for their notes. In the final year of university, an incident occurred. A girl in Aruba's class was suffering from depression. Everyone ignored her. Aruba became her friend. She listened to her every day and motivated her. After a few months, the girl said, "If you had not come into my life, I would have left my studies." That day, Aruba realized, a teacher does not just teach books. A teacher changes lives. Many years later, Arshia became a doctor. Aruba became a teacher. After achieving success, both had many opportunities to stay in the city. But they decided, "We will return to our village." People were surprised. "Why?" Arshia replied, "Where light is received from, light should be returned." They returned to their village, where they once studied by candlelight. Together, they started a free learning center and health camp. Children received free education, and sick people were treated. An elderly man smiled and said, "You both did not just change your lives. You changed the destiny of the entire village." One evening, they sat at the same old bus stop where they once stood in the rain. It was raining again. Aruba smiled. "Do you remember I asked what to do if life becomes like rain?" Arshia laughed. "You said find shelter." Arshia looked at the sky. "Now it feels like we have become shelter for others." Both became silent. The rain kept falling. But this time, they were no longer two scared girls. They were two strong women, spreading hope and light in the lives of others.
The tale ends here. Thank you for walking through the shadows of Eurabia Tales. Until we meet again, stay enchanted.